Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lawrencia and this is Bantz with Lawrencia. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing great. Now for today's episode, I want to talk about single mothers. Now, I am not qualified to actually talk about this, but the reason why I want to talk about this is because BBN Niger former housemate Queen got married a couple of weeks ago, and the Nigerians are losing their marbles because it was kind of, how dare you? How dare a single mother be happy? There was so many analysis, and because her baby daddy was dragging her. Now let me just go back to the whole, I've done a video about this, but let me recap. Now Queen was a former housemate from BBN Niger. She very beautiful, she's pretty, she's really, Queen is out there. After the Big Brother Niger house, she was living, according to the story, on the same street with her baby daddy Lord Lamba. They started playing house. Queen got pregnant, and when she was pregnant, she started demanding for more. Nobody knows what Lord Lamba told Queen. Maybe it was a serious relationship or he wanted something serious, but she got pregnant and she wanted to keep the pregnancy. But Lord Lamba, on the other hand, according to the story, he was not buying the whole thing. He didn't want to have a child with her, but Queen went ahead, kept the pregnancy. She was now demanding for him to take responsibility, not just for the pregnancy, but she wanted the relationship to be serious. She wanted Lord Lambert to start posting her on social media. We live on the social media age where if your relationship has not made it to the social media, then maybe you think that the guy is hiding something or the girl is hiding something. Anyway, Lord Lambert refused to post Queen on social media. She had a child. It was even Gist Lover that broke the news that Queen was pregnant and she had a baby by Lord Lambert. They both kind of shoved the whole thing aside because I believe that Queen, knowing that Lord Lambert didn't want to take responsibility, just decided to move on with her life. But according to Lord Lambert, he was responsible for his child. He was taking care of the child and all those kind of things. Now, the shocker came when Queen got engaged. She posted her engagement video with a UK-based guy. I think that's kind of threw Lord Lambert out of balance, because I think he was thinking that, because according to Queen, he told her that nobody would want her because she's a single mother. You know, this mentality of people thinking just because somebody had a child, or just because you have a child for me and I'm not married to you, nobody's going to want you. Even in marriages, men use that to hold women down, because they'll be like, oh, you have a child for me, or you have children for me, who is going to want you? Like Harry Song told his wife that she is a used, that she is a used material, that nobody's going to want her because she has children, she has stretch marks. These are people that are married. Now imagine the ones that are not married, what these men are telling these women. Anyway, Queen reconnected with her lover, who they dated before he moved to the UK, and before she met Lord Lambert, they broke up and they kind of reconnected. According to Queen, they reconnected on Snapchat. She posted a video on Snapchat. He liked the video, and that was how the conversation started. She told him that she has a child, and from then on he was supportive. According to her, the birthday party, the 1 year birthday party, Lord Lambert was busy buying Bantz, G-Wagon, buying houses, and he could not even, what he was giving Queen for the monthly upkeep of the child was 150,000. This was somebody that was anyway, I don't even want to go into that, because according to Lord Lambert, he didn't want a child. I was actually talking to a friend who said, we're talking about this topic, and I said, why do men not take responsibility of children? Like, if you're not married to somebody and a child got involved in the whole mix, why won't you take care of your child, irrespective of the mother? Because at the end of the day, the mother is going to not work the way she would have done if she doesn't have a child. So she may be demanding for rent, she may be demanding for maybe upkeep, because she cannot until that child is able to go to school, she is literally stuck with that child. So why don't you take up responsibility, if she's asking for rent, just give her the rent because she needs it. She cannot go out there to work like she would have done if she didn't have a child. He literally told me, well, that is her child. He didn't bargain for the child. He didn't, like, if we're dating according to him and you decide to get pregnant and you decide to keep the child when I don't want the child, it is your child, it is your responsibility. I was like, wow, these men are twisted. These men are twisted. Because if you don't want a child, how about you put something at the end of it? How about you use protection? How about you not get somebody pregnant? You are now thinking, okay, yes, that is her issue. That is a business. Like, we live in a world where all these men right now, I don't know how they were raised, but there's something not all right. There's something not connecting. There's something not adding up with them. It's not just Lamba. I'm telling you, this is a friend. I started looking at him sideways because I was like, how are we even friends if this is your mindset? He said, well, he doesn't have a child because he always makes sure that he... So Queen and her new fiancé started planning for wedding, and then Lord Lamba released statement that he is going to fight for full custody of the child. People were like, full custody? What do you mean full custody of the child? A child that you didn't want, a child that you were paying 150 for, you want to take the child and then go and give it to your mother. According to Queen, the mother said that before the whole drama with the family, she said when she realized she was pregnant and Lord Lamba was not taking responsibility, she actually went to the family, she went to the mother to say, this is what is happening. And the mother literally told her, it is left for my son to decide on whether he wants you or not. So they decided their son, obviously, and that relationship didn't work. So Queen said when she gave birth to her child, she called the mother-in-law, or not mother-in-law, the baby daddy's mother, to tell her that, okay, she has a grandchild now, only for the woman to tell her, oh, this baby is not as beautiful as my son. Like, when my son was born, he was such a cute baby. He was such a cute baby, and yours is not that cute. Like, how would you say something like that about a child, about a baby? Yes, there are babies that are not cute, but Queen's baby is beautiful. She is beautiful. I don't know what... I know everybody's child is beautiful. I mean, everybody's child is the most beautiful to them, but this is your granddaughter. This is your granddaughter, whether married or not. So Queen was now saying that there's no way she's going to sign off her parental rights over to him, because he is going to take that child to his mother, and the mother already made that remark. Like, the mother doesn't even like her, and she already said that about her child. So just imagine what they would put that child through. The bottom line was that Queen refused. Now Lord Lamba filed lawsuits, did everything. Before you could say Jack, he started releasing text messages of when they were having issues. According to him, or according to the text messages, he was telling Queen that, oh, this was after the engagement. He now wrote her that, oh, we just broke up last week and now you're announcing your engagement this week. Like, I don't think men understand that if a woman starts complaining about certain things, breakup doesn't just happen once. Trust me, she has broken up with you maybe even a year. Maybe she was just there like tolerating you. She was just there entertaining you. According to Queen, she was trying to be cordial with him because they had a child. So it's not like she can just block him. Let's say you break up with somebody, you can easily just block that person, move on with your life. But when a child is involved, it's a different ball game. So Lord Lamba was thinking he was still in Queen's life, thinking that, oh, she cannot find anybody, thinking that, oh, she now has a child, nobody will want her. But hey, King David, a very young, handsome, at least he has a job. He has a job, and he is not only loving her but accepting of her daughter. willing to take care of that child. I think that was where Lord Lambert panicked, because he knew that what he couldn't give her, what he couldn't give his own daughter, somebody was prepared to do that. Now, Queen and her husband had their traditional wedding, introduction, traditional wedding, court wedding, white wedding, all the 9 yards they did. And it was so massive. It was beautiful to watch. They talked about how they met. They talked about, how Queen talked about how he was very supportive of her. Now, this has generated a whole lot of conversation on social media, because people are now saying that, is it like, would you allow your brother? I think it was Uche Elendu. Uche Elendu asked the question that, would you allow your brother to marry somebody who already have a child, like a single mother? Your brother that is single, successful, never married before, don't have a child, will you allow your brother to get married to somebody with a child? Now, this is crazy. I found this ridiculous, because people tend to stigmatize single mother, not knowing that, excuse me, there's a father involved. But they don't even try to, when somebody who say, oh, I have a child, the child does not live with me, if he's a man, women are very happy to accept that, because they're like, okay, the woman is not in the picture, the child is not in the picture. But because the mothers are the primary caregiver of that child, she will not throw away her child. Single mother or not, she birthed this child. Just because that relationship did not work, just because let's say she left the father of the child for whatever reason, like, there is a reason why she's a single mother. Sometimes it is even the men that will reject them. So what does she do? What do you want her to do at that point? Throw away her children? We've heard stories where ladies would get married, and sometimes it was even after the wedding or during the wedding that the husband would discover that that child she's calling, or that boy or girl she's calling her brother, is actually her child. And most times that marriage don't survive it, because the child is not living with her, the child is living with maybe her parents or maybe a relation or something like that. But because she's single, she doesn't have that child with her. I mean, if you meet somebody that is single, you don't even ask them if they have children. You don't ask that question. You just assume that they're single, they don't have any child, they've never been married before. You start dating that person, you get involved, you get married, and then you realize that 10 years old child, or that 15 years old a boy or girl is actually their child. What do you do at that point? So I think we should give single parents credit. These are people who have taken responsibility of their children. Most of them are very young. It takes a whole lot to get pregnant at a young age and decide to keep that child and raise that child alone. It takes a whole lot of guts to do that. While the men are busy gallivanting all over the place, saying that, oh, she wanted to trap me with pregnancy, she wanted to trap me, like, excuse me, that is your child. I was talking to somebody and they were saying, oh, all the people they are meeting, they are all single mothers. And I'm looking at them and like, don't you have a child? You have a child. So what is the problem with you meeting single mothers? At your age, you should be. You should be dating single, because you have a child. Blended family. You have a child, they have a child. Why don't you come together and blend your family? But no, you're looking for somebody who doesn't have a child. Who doesn't have a child because you don't want to raise somebody else's child, but somebody else is raising your own child. So Uche Elendu asking the question whether you allow your brother who is single, who has never been married, doesn't have a child, to marry somebody who is a single mother. Would you allow that? And a lot of people are saying, no, they cannot allow it. They cannot do this. They cannot do that. This is why they were bashing Queen online. This is why they had a whole lot of things to say about her. Why is she marrying somebody? Why did she? Because according to Lord Lambert, it was after a week that she got engaged. That relationship ended a long time ago. It was broken from the point she got pregnant and he decided not to take responsibility of that pregnancy. That was where, even if he later started, because according to her, he was giving her 150,000 for the upkeep of a child. This is somebody that had 5 G-Wagons. And 150,000, that's what you're giving your child. But you're going around popping champagne of 1 point something million a night at a club. but your child is 150,000. A lot of people, because they don't want the backlash, they are in a relationship or in marriages where they know that this is wrong, but because of the backlash of, you left your marriage, you're not a single mother, you left your marriage to be a single mother, they will be there. We should stop stigmatizing people who have chosen their mental health, their mental stability, than to sit in a relationship or in a marriage that doesn't favor them, that only bring them stress. Men will be like, I'm looking for a wife that will give me peace. Do you give peace? Are you peaceful? They will say, they want somebody that is going to be submissive. What is she submitting to? What is she submitting to? And these are the people that want to do 50-50. These are the people that will say, I want partnership. I want, you pay this, I pay that. And you want somebody to be submissive. This is why we are going to keep having single parents on the rise, because these men are not they are not responsible. They are not responsible. If I say most people in marriages, they are single parents because they are literally their husband is like one of their child. They are cooking, cleaning, doing everything for him, and he's coming and saying, hey, I'm the man of the house. It's ridiculous. If somebody else is going to step in and step up for a single parent, we should celebrate it. We should be happy for them. I am very happy for Queen. People are saying that, their relationship may not last, or it better last, because of the way they made it look as if she left Lord Lamba immediately and she got engaged to King David. Listen, allow people to be happy. There are so many people who we thought are going to stay together forever, and that relationship doesn't last. It's a day-by-day situation. Even if tomorrow that relationship doesn't last, it is their choice, it is their business. People should put some respect on single parents or single mothers especially, because they choose to they choose to bring up their child in a sane environment, instead of being in a relationship or in a marriage where they will grow up. That's why we have so many damaged people, we have so many traumatized people out there who are now looking for their mothers who sat there and took everything. They are now trying to transfer that trauma into a different human being. Oga, go and rest. Go and rest. Anyway, I'm wishing Queen and then King David a very happy married life. According to the story, she's pregnant. Wishing her safe delivery. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Today's episode is once again sponsored by DGBC's Wigs. Our details are on the screen. We sell wholesale, retail, and if you want to partner with us, we're happy to do that. Thank you very much. Please like, and share. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.